Hey everyone, I'm Michael Burnin. Let's be honest, we all feel this new pace of work, and it feels a lot like chaos, right? The AI is writing code very fast, and a lot of the time it's just digital garbage that can break the great systems we've built. And the main question in all our heads is, in this mess, how do I not just survive, but keep doing good work that I'm proud of? Well, today we are not going to talk about how to adapt to the chaos. We are going to talk about how to control it. And this worry isn't for nothing, it's completely rational. Because we are watching basic coding become a cheap and common skill, the skill of just building simple things has become worthless. But that's not a reason to panic, it's a reason to change our strategy. As a smart person from OpenAI, Sean Grove said, when the AI is writing the code, the most important skill is not coding, but the ability to clearly and precisely explain what you need. What that means is our brain, our ability is to see the whole picture, is now more valuable than ever. The key is to use it in the right way. And this is where every one of us has to choose a path. You can be a gambler, feed the AI unclear prompts hoping for a big win, and then spend your days working like a hero to clean up the mess. Or you can be an architect, someone who understands that the real work isn't doing the manual labor anymore. It's creating the perfect plan, the spec. Because when the plan is perfect, the result is predictable. IDGL is that set of design tools for the architect. So, what is the spec? It's not just a super powerful prompt. It's a very strong and breakable contract for the AI. And like any good contract, it has three main parts. 1. What are we doing? Our final result. 2. Why are we doing it? The context, so the AI doesn't invent things. 3. And the most important part, how do we check it? A clear checklist we will use to approve the work. The third point is that changes hop into a sure thing. We decide what good looks like at the start, and only then we do press play. And right here, this is the most important change in how we think. The gambler, when they get a bad result from the AI, gets angry and goes to fix the code. They're fighting the effect. An architect, seeing the exact same result, goes to fix the spec. They fixing the cause. For the architect, a messy first draft isn't a failure, it's a free hint from the AI, showing them exactly where their plan wasn't clear enough, and they say, thanks for the feedback, and make the plan better. And this superpower of the architect is really made of three main jobs. It doesn't matter if it's one person or a whole team. 1. The architect hat, the contract author. They turn an idea into a clear, executable plan. This is the promise that we are building what we intended. 2. The developer hat, the work supervisor. They don't write code by hand, they manage the generation and improvement process. They give 90% of this simple work to the AI so they can focus on the hardest 10%. 3. The validator hat, the quality checker. They are the final decision maker. They don't just test, they make a final decision. Does the result match the contract? This ends all arguments about what done means. When these three jobs work together, we get total control. And with this mindset, we start playing a completely different game. These are smart moves a gambler can't even imagine. First is the solution competition. We argue about the best architecture. We tell the AI, make 3 versions, then like judges we pick the best one, and the AI even helps us compare them. Second is the big plan. We don't just jump into coding. We order the AI, draw me a map. It breaks a complex task into simple steps, and we see the entire project in front of us. And the third, most powerful, is factory line. This is a two-level play. First, we build one big feature from smaller generated and checked parts, and at the highest level, we build entire systems using our best and proven specs from a shared library. That's not just development anymore, that's like a factory. So, how does an architect manage all this? Do they have some kind of special AI? No, the AI is the same one we all use. But the architect doesn't just chat with it, they give it a job description, a special protocol. It's like giving an intern a clear set of rules. Today, you are an analyst. Your job is to read code and write reports. Don't touch anything. Don't suggest anything. Or, today, you are a coder. Here's the spec. Follow it. Exactly. These instructions are what turn a normal AI into a team of experts. That's the engine of IDGL. It's just simple engineering. And here is the example of real skill. A gambler asks the AI, write me the code. They are losing control. An architect commands, generate me the plan. They're taking control. They use the AI like a junior architect to draw them a detailed map. And that gives them the best advantage, the right to decide who does the work. They can give some parts of the plan to the AI to execute, a simple parts, and keep the most interesting parts for themselves to improve their own skills. That freedom of choice, it's real power over the process. And now, for our biggest monster, legacy code. A gambler is afraid of it. They make changes very carefully and hope nothing breaks. An architect doesn't hope. They take the AI and say, give me a clear look at this confusing part. They make the AI analyze the chaos and draft a spec, basically a map all of the dangers. And then, this is the key part. The architect uses their own experience to fix the map, turn it into a safe road. That's how this fear of legacy code turns into a confident, controlled refactor. We draw the safe path first, and only then do we take a step. And finally, let's talk about the biggest source of chaos in any project, meetings with clients that create more questions than answers. A gambler leaves those meetings with a notebook full of confusing requests. They'll spend weeks trying to guess what was really meant. An architect doesn't guess. They show up to the meeting not with a notebook, but with a set of working prototypes that the AI generated for them an hour before. And they change the entire conversation. Instead of asking, what are you imagining? They ask, which of these three options should we use as our starting point? That's how you create certainty. You replace unclear ideas with a real, solid choice. So, what's the main point? Where are we going? And what happens to all our experience? The answer is simple. The hardware changes, the tools change, the AI models change every month. Trying to keep up with them is a path that leads nowhere. But one thing never changes: the value of clear thought. Our future isn't how fast we can type code. It's our ability to design systems, to precisely explain what we want, and the discipline to check the result. And the practice of writing specs is the best practice, our most important skill. The ability to turn a complex idea into a simple, understandable plan. That skill will always be valuable. And for the final proof, here's an interesting fact. Where did this whole framework, all these documents and rules come from? We didn't write them by hand. We created a spec for the IDGL system itself and fed it to the AI. In other words, IDGL is a product of its own process, a system that was able to design and build itself. And that, you have to admit, isn't just a theory anymore. That's engineering that works. And the big question, where do you start? IDGL offers to pass for any situations. The latest path is the pilot project. Take your best team, a real project, and prove their value through results. The success of the project will create supporters inside the company who will share the knowledge with others. The developer's path is the secret architect. You don't have to convince anyone. Just start using IDGL for yourself. Your pull requests, your clear thinking, and the quality of your code will show everyone your value. The team will come to you on your own and ask, how are you doing this? And this path is great because you'll have more time to improve your skills, because working with AI this way is fast and fun. Both paths lead from chaos to control. The choice is yours. Thanks.